Hey, what's up guys? It's Vatonage. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm showcasing my new add-on called Boss Towers. So basically this add-on adds 6 new bosses and boss towers, and they all spawn in specific coordinates. So it has a resource pack and a behavior pack, and you have to enable the experimental settings like this. And I'm going to turn on sheets just to showcase how everything works. So yeah, this is kind of a complicated add-on, I guess. Just to find where they are. It doesn't spawn like normal structures. So as you can see, my coordinates are in the top left. And these structures always spawn at specific coordinates. And the closest structure to spawn, the first boss, always spawns when both of the coordinates are at 250. Like this right here. This is where the first boss tower spawns. So you have to basically go close to these coordinates, and the boss tower will spawn. And you can go into negative or double negative, just as long as it's 250 and 150Y, then the tower will spawn. So yeah, that means you can have 4 of each tower inside of each world. And if you teleport directly to it, then it breaks kind of, so don't teleport directly to the coordinates, teleport like 50 blocks away. But as you can see, monsters spawn inside, and also these loot crates. So let me set the difficulty to peaceful really quick. And so these loot crates will give you some cool drops whenever you break them. But error messages will come up if you break it sometimes. So like this, as you can see, there's error messages. And that's because I made it compatible with a lot of my other add-ons. So if you want, you can just turn them off like this and you won't get the error messages anymore. But yeah, you can get stuff from other add-ons like weapon cases and loot bags and stuff. And you also get like normal Minecraft things like diamonds and stone and stuff depending on what one you break. And let me set it back to hard mode. So yeah, there's 5 different types of loot crates and you can break them for cool loot. But the main thing that you want is the top of the tower. There is these structures, these blocks. So let me get full netherite armor and a golden apple and like a bow and arrow. So this is where the bosses spawn, just on the top of the tower, and if you interact with the thing, then it spawns a loot crate and a boss. And this boss is pretty difficult, but it's the first boss, so all the other ones are just gonna get harder. This one spawns like things whenever it gets hit. So if you hit it, then it spawns 2 of these monsters. And after like 10 seconds, those things will like fall and then blow up. So yeah, they're pretty dangerous. And I'm just going to go in creative and give myself strength, just so I can like 2-shot this thing. And as you can see, once it dies, it spawns this like thing that if you right click, then you collect a custom weapon, and all of the bosses drop this. So whenever you fight a boss, you can get a custom weapon, and it's always going to be the same weapon for each boss. But there's 6 new custom weapons dropped by each type of boss. So this one is just like an upgrade for a netherite sword. It goes from 8 to 9 attack damage, and it has a sweeping edge, and you can give it like sharpness if you want. It's not really that good of a sword compared to like all the other modded swords, but I mean, it's the first boss, so it's not really designed to be too overpowered. Yeah, but it's a decent sword if you don't have any other weapon add-ons. And then, so the next The next boss tower spawns at 500, 500, so I'm just going to teleport to these coordinates and then load it in. Don't teleport directly to the boss tower because then some things break. But as you can see, there's a bunch of monsters that spawn and loot crates and stuff too. And sometimes like Elder Guardians can spawn, which gives you mining fatigue, which can get really annoying. But that's not in every tower, just in some towers. So when I go into survival, I'll get mining fatigue. And here's the second boss. You can break the pedestals too if you want. Actually, I might fix that so that you can't break them. So yeah, when you download this, you won't be able to break them. But yeah, so I'm gonna just right click this. And here's the second boss. This one just shoots a bunch of fireballs and drops TNT. So yeah, that's basically all it does, and it's kind of annoying to kill, so I'm just going to go into creative and kill it again. And as you can see, this is the next weapon. It's like a gun that shoots fireballs. So yeah, that's basically all this one is. And it's, if I go into survival, it's like sets fire and stuff. That's basically it. It's not that good, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of other better weapon guns, but it does do really well against like vanilla monsters like zombies. Like it sets things on fire and it explodes them, and it has a pretty low cooldown, so you can just spam it. And then the next boss is at these coordinates. So yeah, you can basically just go out and explore and try to find these towers with like an elytra or something, or with like a jetpack from the machinery weapons mod or something. But yeah, basically they just spawn at 250, 500, 1000, 2000, 4000, and 8000 in both directions. So yeah, as you can see, this is like a nether themed tower. And up here at the top, there is another boss. So I'm gonna spawn this one in, and as you can see, it's like a weird lava thing, and it spawns stuff to help it fight. So as you can see, there's this lava monster that attacks, and it also spawns lava all over the place. So yeah, this boss is kind of difficult, and eventually it has like the phantom movement, so eventually it'll come down and attack us if you want to use a sword. But I'm just gonna fly up to it and murder it. So you just stab it, and as you can see, we got this new weapon, kind of. It's just a jetpack, because I figured that a jetpack would be useful for fighting the other bosses. So now you can just fly up to it and kill them like that. And yeah, it has durability, so it can break, so you'll have to use it sparingly. But yeah, let me go to the next boss, which is at these coordinates. Basically, each time that each coordinate just doubles from the last coordinates. So yeah, here's the next one, and it's like a water prismarine styled one. And up here at the top, there's a new boss, and this one's kind of similar to the last one, but instead of lava, it's just water. So let me go into survival. So yeah, as you can see, it's like a prismarine kind of boss, and it does a lot of damage. I have unenchanted armor, so if you want to fight these bosses, you should definitely get enchantments on your armor, otherwise you're gonna die. But yeah, this is a really annoying boss because all of the water. But you should have a jetpack by this point, and as you can see, the things it spawns shoot tridents, which is really painful. So I'm just going to go into creative and kill it really quick. And this new weapon, it's a summoning wand, so it basically spawns these things, but they fight for you instead of against you. So you just spawn them, and they shoot tridents at the bosses and stuff, so it's pretty useful, and it also works on like vanilla monsters, so if you want to kill some zombies with it, you can just spawn it and it'll murder zombies for you. So yeah, it's pretty good summon wand. And then the next boss is at these coordinates. So yeah, you can just fly here and go to these coordinates, and if you so as you can see, this one's the obsidian tower, so it's really dark because everything's obsidian, but the reason this is an obsidian tower is because the boss explodes a lot. So I'm going to go into survival and spawn in this boss. So the boss, this one's the only one that's on the ground, and if you try to hit it, it doesn't take knockback. And this boss basically spawns a ton of minions to fight you. It can spawn like all of the minions from the old bosses, and it's kind of laggy for some reason. I don't know why all the projectiles aren't moving. But yeah, I'm just gonna kill this boss with my sword, and it drops this cool weapon. It's not really a weapon, it's called the Tower Protector, and if you use it, then it gives you regeneration and absorption. So yeah, it's pretty decent for just making it so you don't die. And then the next boss is at these coordinates. So let me get rid of the rain. So you just fly over here, and this is the final boss in this add-on. I'm not gonna show you what the final boss is, because that'd be lame. But you guys can find out yourself, you just right click that. But yeah, I'm going to show you the weapon you get from it. So here's the weapon that you get from the final boss, and it basically just teleports you in the direction you're facing. And you can also find all of these towers in the end dimension. So there's technically 8 of each tower. So if you teleport to like, or you can just fly over here to like 250, negative 250, and your Y coordinate has to be at 150 or near it. As long as you get within 50 blocks of the coordinates, then the tower will spawn. So as you can see, the tower spawns in the end as well. It doesn't spawn in the nether, it only spawns in the end and the overworld. So yeah, you can find the towers basically all over the place. So yeah, let me just write down all the coordinates here at the end, just so you have it all in one place. So the first tower is at these coordinates, and these can also be, the first and the second coordinates can be negative. And this is the second tower, and the third tower, the fourth tower, and then the fifth, and the sixth. So yeah, here's all of the coordinates. So yeah, at each of these coordinates, if you get within 50 blocks, a tower will spawn with one of these boss things, and you can kill it to get a cool weapon. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. It's a nice small little boss add-on because I felt like we needed more bosses to fight. And the cool thing about this add-on is it'll work in like a skyblock world. That's the reason that I made the structure spawn like this, mainly because I wanted it to work in a skyblock. So yeah, you can use these and fight these bosses in a skyblock world. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this add-on, and I'll see you guys in the next add-on video. Bye guys.